because there's a bigger purpose and bigger calling on your life. And so I always say, hey, for me, there was plenty of times that I thought about quitting. It was plenty of times that I thought that I wasn't going to be able to make trading a real consistent thing. There was plenty of times that I thought to myself, I just can't do it. Like, no matter what I do, it just, what they say, the house always win, right? But the more and more I would see people winning, the more and more people that I would see getting payouts and making profit from trading on a consistent basis, the more it became a real thing for me that would gave me hope. Because I said to myself, well, if they could do it, I can do it. And as long as I see people doing it, it lets me know that at some point I'm going to reach that level of trading and results. And so going through that period of trial and tribulation, yes, I had to take losses. Yes, I had to lose money. Yes, I had to pay the tuition of gaining the experience of understanding the market on a deeper level so that I can actually understand it and understand why I was losing, understand why I keep repeating the same mistakes over and over again. And so with all of that being said, now I got to a place where it's like, okay, I understand myself. I understand the market a lot deeply. I understand where the opportunities for me to be able to take advantage of the market and make money for myself. And I understood how to see when there wasn't an opportunity present for me, because all of those things put together is what allowed me to understand when to take a trade, understand when not to take a trade, and understand when are the best environments and circumstances for me to jump into the market and look for a chance to make money buying the market or selling it and seeing it go up or go down. Right. But I had to make it a real thing. I had to take it seriously. I couldn't be casual about it, because the people who are casual never get nowhere. Right. Because at the end of the day, you're not really in it to begin with. Right. So many people will say, hey, listen, I really want to learn this trading thing. Like, man, I see the opportunity of it. It's not the opportunity that make you money. It's the skill. You have to take it seriously. You have to actually think about what it takes to become proficient at it. Because if you don't do it to the point of mastery, you're not taking it serious enough, in my opinion. And so many people look at trading like it's something to where, hey, I could just turn on my phone, press a few buttons, and now I'm just going to be making $100,000, $200,000, millions of dollars just by doing that. And I don't really got to learn it, because it really don't take all that. Right? Anything you do that makes a ton of money is something that you're going to have to work at. That's just the bottom line. And it don't come easy, because if it paid the way it did, then everybody would do it. But it's not that easy. It's something that you do have to learn. You have to put the work in and go through the trials and tribulations of getting real-time experience, just like with any other job, right? You can go to an interview and say, hey, listen, I have all these skills, all this education. I've, been here, been there. But the one thing that's going to pay you the most is job experience, right? They'll pay a person with more experience than someone who has more education, right? All of that comes from a person taking it serious to the point where they make themselves so marketable. They've done so much to show their value and worth of knowledge in that space, not only from an educational, scholastic standpoint, but also from a real practical standpoint as well. And all that comes from somebody who says, hey, this is really what I'm trying to do. This is really what I want to make out of it. I see the opportunity. Now I'm going to go 10 toes into this and really entrench myself in everything that it takes for me to become a profitable day trader. And so for me, this message is for those of you who really want to take trading serious and take the opportunity serious, because it's here for everybody. Nowadays, with the AI, with just being able to use your phone to do so much, now you can make a living off of your phone, right? There's so many people that are young that are doing that, while older folks are like, man, how they making this money doing this? They must be scamming. They must be selling drugs. No, they're not selling drugs. No, they're not scamming. They just taking advantage of the opportunities that weren't afforded to us before. And so with that opportunity, if you take it serious, yes, you can make trading your real thing. Trading can change your life. It changed my life. It changed my family's life. Right. So for me, having to clock in every day, having to request time off and see if it would be approved for me to take time off, for me to have to, come in on times where I didn't want to, or have to work extra hours just for me to make a decent living with gas, eggs, food, rent, electricity, everything going up. Listen, inflation was moving faster than my annual salary raise. So essentially, I was getting poorer every year being at that same company. Right? They ain't want to hear that. But at the same time, I could see that, because now when you know better, you do better. And then when you are trading and you can see how quickly you can make money in a short time period, now you start to look at money a little bit differently. Now you start to look at your job a little bit differently. So in the end, I would say this: if you take it serious, trading can pay you and reward you more than any other thing can in this life, right? So if you take it serious, if you actually give it a real shot, if you actually do the real work to learn, back test, study, right? If somebody told you that it might take a year or a couple years for you to actually make hundreds of thousands to even millions of dollars, but it's going to take you that long for you to master it to the point where you get to that place, you would probably do it, right? The only difference is that if they told you that and it was a guarantee on the other side, then you feel like you would take it serious. But as my pastor always told me, you got to see it before you see it, or you'll never see it. And that means that you got to have some faith. You got to have some belief. You got to have some, tenacity about yourself and actually follow through, because if you don't, you'll never see it, right?